Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflctNerd Callum here today, bringing you another episode of our RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 series called Conflict World. So it's raining, of course it is raining, it always rains. But it's really been raining a lot recently. For a while it just didn't rain at all, and now it is a lot. We have a few issues though. There's a mechanic glitch here. I believe if you're mechanic 4, which you are mechanic 4, you're trying to get over to the flying saucers, so I'm going to help you out. I don't know why, he just can't seem to get over. He can't decide if he wants to go down the bottom of the pond in the middle or around the top, and that's just causing him to get stuck there, and I keep getting complaints along the bottom. Our part rating is pretty perfect right now. It is at 999, so we cannot complain about that. Going into our guest thoughts, so there are one or two issues which we do need to resolve. I need to go to the bathroom, is at basically 100 people, and that is 1 in 16, pretty much 1 in 17, so I really need to go ahead and add in more bathrooms. Not really at all sure where I can add in more bathrooms though, because they are quite frequent, but I'll go ahead and do that. You really know the AI in this game isn't that great, but we'll deal with it for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and place 1 or 2 bathrooms. Now I'm also seeing a lot of sick and a fair bit of litter in my park actually, which doesn't really make me too happy. I realise actually that I've not opened this toilet or this first aid room over here for some reason. Not at all sure why. That might help out with that issue. There's a restroom just been put in over there. So hopefully with the opening of those 2 restrooms, that will help things out. What I am going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hire a few more handymen. Even though we are getting compliments that our park is really nice and tidy, I'm seeing quite a bit of sick and quite a bit of rubbish on the floor. That doesn't make me happy, so I'm going to go ahead and have you just do the very front of the park here. And also this area here, because this area, I know that is just a handyman going up there, but in general this area is really got a lot of sick on the ground. That is, yes, because it is beside the Great White, which is a very high intensity roller coaster. So now those little things are dealt with, the main thing I want to go ahead and do today is finish off the little last wee details of Snowdonia. So in front of me you can see a path, and this path is leading to nowhere. If you've seen the end of the last episode, you would know that there used to be a roller coaster here. Unfortunately, when I was building or altering the mini railway, whatever it is called, in this park, basically 18 people ended up dying. Just the way the roller coaster was designed, the ends of it, they didn't look back round, but I tested the ride, thought it was safe, turns out it wasn't. Bottom line is 18 people died. As soon as people die in a roller coaster, they'll never go back on the roller coaster, so I had to go ahead and delete it. But as of yet I've not deleted the paths, so I need to go ahead and do that. And I want to go ahead and put some other form of ride in here. However, I don't really know what to go for. I have thought about a custom roller coaster, but I'm really not good with roller coasters. So I'm now thinking about something else. However, again, I don't really know what to go for. I'm going to leave a few gaps in this area though. I'm not going to fill out this whole area, just due to the fact that we are going to get more snow rides in before we finish this Let's Play. So what I am going to go ahead and do though is build something. But what is that going to be? I think it's maybe the time for the carousel now to make its way into the game. Or we might go for a car ride actually. Let's go for a car ride. And you know what, fuck it, let's go ahead and build our own. So this might land up looking awful, but I think I can go ahead and make this sort of fit in with the snow theme if we go ahead and do this correctly. So we're going to have quite a small station, because I know this isn't going to be a very popular ride. It's going to be like a slow sort of ride for cars. I want to keep these winter trees here because we don't actually have, if you again watch the last episodes, then you would know I don't have any to go ahead and place down. The only reason they're there is from the old roller coaster that came with some scenery. So we want to go ahead and sort of keep them, so I want to build around them. So I'm going to start on the floor here. What I'm going to do is just going to have a few turns, and then what we're going to do is, you probably can't see that too well, nor can I, to be honest. These trees, you know what? Can trees just disappear for just a tiny wee second? There we go, yep, that's great. I just want to kind of fill out this whole area though, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have it come down a bit. Level out. Then you're going to actually go back up. Level out. Then you're going to turn. Then you're going to go up even more. I don't want this to be too intense. Alright, it can't go that high. Yeah, this isn't supposed to be a very intense ride. Then we'll have it come right back down. Then we'll have it loop around. Then we'll have it do some, I guess, hairpin sort of thing. So we'll go for a big turn. Then a little turn. Then we'll have it go forward a wee bit more. Come back under this arch here. Then what we'll do is we'll have you loop back around here. Then I want to sort of get like a snake motion going. So if we go for that. No. Go for that. I'm not going to be able to fit what I want in. Why don't we just have a few hairpins, I think. So have something like that. Yep. Then have another wee hairpin here, like so. Then have you loop right back round into there like that. So there we go, that's our track. If we go ahead and return the trees on, I'm going to go ahead and make it look a wee bit more jazzy, because it does look a wee bit plain. But I'm sure we can go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and build the entrance and exit first of all. Have the entrance about there. Have the exits about there. Again, we're going to go ahead and change our entrances up into snow ones. So the snow and ice entrance fitting in nicely there. All vehicles are going to be the same colour. I do like having the brown there actually. The brown is not a colour you really associate too much with snow. However, this is natural with the dirt. I think it will look good on a truck. The colour scheme for the track though I am going to change. Going to have that nice white. Going to keep that grey, and then I'm going to make the pillars some form of blue. So I think that looks pretty nice like that actually. That at a better angle. Yeah, I really do like that, so I'm happy with that. Then we got 22 cars. I feel that's too many. We're going to start off with half that. We're going to go for 11. Then I think we're pretty much ready to go, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I need to go ahead and do my queues though actually. We seem to be having a wee bit of an issue with broken down rides, so I'm going to go ahead and hire two new mechanics, just because obviously my rides maybe aren't getting inspected enough, so they're breaking down a little sooner than I would like. I'm going to go ahead and add a pathway to this here. So let's go ahead and select a default pathway. Just going to get rid of a few things here, just to make my life a little bit easier. There we go. So that's that now built. That's a queue built there. So as you can see, I believe these are going off at timers, these little trucks, and there's 11 of them. They can fit 2 people each. There's 2 people on the ride right now. I don't know who is on the ride right now. There we go. Is only one person can get in a truck actually? Yeah, I might be better going ahead and adding more trucks. I don't really think this ride is going to be too popular somewhat, but in the last few episodes we have built quite a few roller coasters. There's 1, 2, 3 roller coasters in this area. So I need to go ahead and go back to some more basic rides, and then we'll do some more roller coasters I think, but not really in this area. I want to go ahead and add in some more basic rides into this area. I do want to go ahead and add in a wee bit of scenery for this though. I'm going to go ahead and add in a weird prop, a snow prop, but a weird one. I might go ahead and actually use this sunken ship in here. I know it looked really weird when I did place it down previously, but I think it could really do with going in. If it's going to fit, it's not going to fit. It's flip. Could just go ahead and add in some little stuff like some ice barrels, you know. That's always nice. And just in general, just like across the whole area. Just in random places, just to fill some of these, you know, gaps. Could you just not get in my way, please? Just to place them down randomly. What else can we put in? An iced roof. We could always go ahead and do a wee iced hut actually. Maybe that's not a bad idea. So if we go ahead and do a wee small building here. I'm not going to do a very large one at all, but what we're going to do is we're just going to do something like this. I just want to see how this looks, to be honest. It might look really bad. but I don't really care. What have we got here? Are these all ice roofs? I think they are. So if we go ahead and turn you around like so, if you can go up, there we go. Then is that connected correctly? I think it is. Then we'll just go ahead and add you like so. Then if we turn around to this side, we go ahead and we can just rotate that roof around there. And there's more ice on that side. There we go. So it's an interesting looking building. We'll leave it there for now. I think it could just do with some extra trees as well. And we'll put an extra wee Inuit there as well. So let's go ahead and find the type of tree we've been using. I think it's mainly the red fir tree, is it? Or maybe not. Is it? I really cannot remember. What type of tree are you? Sorry. Fuck, I got rid of you. What are you? Tell me, please. Please. You must be the red fir tree. Yeah, you are the red fir tree. So we'll go ahead and add in a few more of yous into here. Like so. So I think that's looking quite natural. That's added hopefully a little bit more to it anyway. I'm just going to add in a few more trees around here to make this place look more natural. So there we go. Hopefully that is making it look a bit nicer, and for that really I think we're pretty much done this area. There's not really any more rides that I want to go ahead and add in, but I want to start in a new zone in our park anyway, or lay the foundations for starting off that area. So the next thing I do want to do though is build another really big roller coaster, because why the fuck not? I've just decided to change my mind. What roller coaster are we going to go for? And the question is, where is it going to go as well? I think we should build another roller coaster out here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is just build some paths, I think, for now, because I think the guests should have a wee bit more room to walk. So I'm not going to go ahead and do this area necessarily a themed area. I'm just going to go ahead. Please find your way back. It's like 2 tiles away. Guys, what is going on here? Oh, I'm going to have to rescue you two, aren't I? Michael, go over there, and who are you? Lorraine, go over there as well, please. Thank you very much. I will kick you out the park if you do something like that next time. What we're going to have is we're going to make our first bridge over the railway though. Like so, then have you come down, level out. This is why, I mean, bridges like this don't look too bad. But it's also important to note that I do like tunnels for this reason as well though. Just because you don't want too many bridges, you want to make sure of train tunnels and also bridges over the railway. So as you can see, we've gone ahead and built that there. I basically just want this path to link up to the path beside the Great White Wall. So I'll go ahead and very quickly do this. And like so. So I'm going to put just some more basic rides along here. Some rides that don't really necessarily fit a theme area. So we're going to put in our first maze. We're going to go for, I think that could go ahead and maybe fit in a sandy area. I think I'm going to have this maze in here. And this fits really nice in beside the railway track here actually. So if we go ahead and lay you down there. I do not want the line to be too big for the maze, I know that. And I'm just going to have maximum people in the ride like 10, because you can have a lot of people in this ride. No, it's not what I wanted to go for. Always seem to do something stupid like that. So we'll go ahead and open you up. And then we'll go ahead and very quickly zoom along here like that. I just want to go ahead and add in a no entrance sign. Like so, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to go ahead and add some bins and some seats to this pathway as well. We're going to have to probably have a food mall along here, unfortunately. That's just the way my park works. But I'll have a very small one. I think I know. I'll probably put it at one of these corners over here actually. Did I just delete a bin I just placed down? Of all tiles I could have gone ahead and put a chair down. There we go. So these are just a few, you know, random chairs. The one security guard I have in my park, I believe you're my only security guard. We're going to change the colour of your outfit, I think. I think it's time for security guards to have orange stripes. Nah. Let's go for ConflctNerd Callum Blue. I think I'm going to change all the staff to the same colour, so they're all going to go to blue. The mechanics are already blue, so now the handymen are blue as well. So I can just identify everyone. I can't really identify them much easier, to be honest. I do not see a handyman in sight. Callum, you are so blind. Jumping back over here, I think I'm going to go ahead and outline just a wee small food area, which I will go ahead and build, not right now because I don't really fancy it. Let's just go ahead and jump back into rides. I think next episode it's going to be, this episode's a bit random actually. I think this episode we're just building a few rides here and there, you know, we're getting some stuff down. Then I think maybe in the next episode what I will do is, I'm going to have like a maintenance episode I think, and just go ahead and, you know, edit a few different things in the park. So we've gone ahead and built a crooked house. That's a bit of a different ride. I'm going to keep with actually the different style entrance, the modern entrance. I really like that kind of entrance actually, so I might start using that a wee bit more. Going to go ahead and open this up. Another few rides I want to place along here are the funhouse. These are just rides which are not going to get in any other area of the park, so I might as well go ahead and build them. Just so they get placed down somewhere, you know. Nope, again, just go ahead, nope, there we go. Finally got there, and then there's already people being sick around this area, for God's sake. That's the funhouse open, and then what about Hall of Mirrors? We've not got one of them in. Realistically, it's not going to fit into any specific categorized area, and then I think we're going to have maybe a roller coaster of some sort out here as well. So if I can go ahead and build my paths correctly, then there we go. So that is another ride built. So that is what, 4 rides in total. Why is there so much people being sick, man? It's actually really starting to piss me off. Just go home if you're being sick. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put in another bathroom out here probably. Yeah, it's not a bathroom for about 10 tiles, so I'm sure people will be complaining. I think I do need a medical room out this area though. So go ahead and put one in, what about, no, not above the railway. Why would I put one above the railway? You shouldn't be allowed to go ahead and place that there. Stick you in there, right beside the exit to the railway station there. And then we'll build one, I guess, what, round here. Another one can go in there, so that'll do. So, gone ahead and built 4 rides, a maze, which I do reckon will be relatively popular. I think mazes are good fun. These are different kind of rides, so they're a wee bit more laid back. I guess a wee bit more family orientated, which is what I'm going for here. Gonna go ahead and change the entrance style here to abstract on both. And then hopefully we're gonna get the green right pretty much bang on. There we go. So just a bit different. I'm just going to add more trees out here, I think, just because I don't like, I mean, there's a bit too much ground. Is that the tree we're using out here? Not quite. It must be this tree here, yeah. So I'm using these trees. I'm just going to go ahead and add in a few more of these trees. And then what I think we're going to do is we're going to wrap today's episode up with a roller coaster, and then in the next episode I'm going to do quite a bit of maintenance. And what I mean by that is we've got lots of little things to do, and it's going to be quite a few time lapses as well. So there's just a few random trees. I think it's a wee bit bare, so I'm going to add in quite a few more. But that's an extra wee area of our park. It's not a specific themed area. This is a wee bit more random, wee bit more chilled out area. I'm going to add in some Wild Western, a few props anyway, or a few props from something, just because I think it's nice to have. Like, I'm never going to have a pirate specific area. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in that there, why not. What else? A large pirate ship, would that be a bit silly? I think that makes sense more closer to water. I'm just going to have maybe a wagon over here. Again, why not? And a big salon, would that be a bit stupid? Yeah, that does look a bit out of place there actually. I think the wagon looks fine there though. We could put some gallows. Yeah, that'll do there, and then maybe a wee tent over here. Just a few nice props to have that livens up the area. I'm thinking that the grass might look a little better cut over here actually, but then I don't want it to be too inconsistent, so I think we'll leave it for now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. So I hope you have enjoyed it. We did a few different things in this episode anyway. A wee bit more laid back. I'm really liking it wherever we built it, this vintage car one, and it is seeming to be really popular actually. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and up and add extra cars into it, because we can go ahead and do that. Going to jump that up to, I must close the ride. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and close it because that queue is hoaching. Absolutely hoaching. So go put it up to 20 cars. I feel maybe 22 is just a bit too many. Then we're going to go ahead and reopen that. Overall, the park is doing really good. Park rating has dropped a bit though, so we need to go ahead and try get that back up to 999. Anyway, we'll sort that out in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. My name is ConflctNerd and I'm out.